Guys, please stop scrolling and listen to this. If you don't take action before August 11th, your future is going to be in big trouble. It's the last chance to save our environment, last chance to save the animals, plants and birds surrounding us, last chance to save our home. The next few days is going to determine the future of our ecosystem, and it's in your hands. Yes, I'm talking about EIA Draft 2020, which stands for the Environmental Impact Assessment. Surprised? Never heard of it? Well, don't worry, it's not your problem, because it's not even discussed in the media, because they're controlled by companies and corporate houses. In the next few minutes, you're going to see what it is and how massively it's going to affect your life. Watch this completely and share this as much as possible to raise awareness. It's the least we can do to save our home, and we have very little time left. In 1984, a massive gas leakage occurred in Bhopal, which killed about 25,000 people and injured over 500,000. In Assam, an oil well exploded in the past month, which has led to many problems. In Visakhapatnam, an industrial gas leakage led to massive destruction and loss of many lives. All these calamities were man-made and could have been prevented. The EIA stands for the Environmental Impact Assessment. It lays down precise safety measurements and protocols that should be followed by any company if they are to construct a factory, a chemical plant or a mine, etc. The EIA makes sure that the company that is going to start a project doesn't cause any kind of harm to the ecosystem or the human life surrounding it. If a company has to implement any project, it has to be thoroughly analyzed, studied and given clearance certificate by a government-appointed committee. The committee studies in depth how many people will be affected, how many animals are going to be affected, how badly the environment and ecological system is going to be affected by the project. But as we all know, unfortunately, a lot of companies bribe the government and start their project, which has led to massive ecological damage, resulting in huge natural calamities. So the EIA needs to be made very strict and enforced very correctly. Instead of doing this, the current government has come forward with EIA Draft 2020, which has made certain amendments to the existing EIA that supports the companies and leads to major ecological damage. According to the EIA Draft 2020, the companies doesn't even need a clearance certificate before starting their projects. If the projects leads to massive problems, you and I, the general public, doesn't even have the right to complain against it. The complaint can only be filed by government officials or the companies themselves. How stupid is that? Why would a company that exploits the natural resources file a complaint against themselves? How preposterously stupid is that? According to the early EIAs, there was a time of 30 days for the public hearings, which means the public was given a time of 30 days to raise their concerns, their criticisms against the project. But according to the new EIA, this time has been cut off to 20 days, which shows exactly for whose advantage this draft was made. There are many more dangerously concerning problems in the draft that could lead to huge natural calamities in the very near future. I'm talking about the death of millions of people, human beings like you and me. I'm talking about an exponential increase of earthquakes, floods and many more disasters. I'm talking about artificial calamities like chemical gas leakage, power plant explosions, etc. So this needs to be stopped at all costs. The government has allowed a cut-off time till August 11th for the public to suggest changes and raise criticisms against the project. It's going to be over in a few days. Before it's over, what we need to do is send a mail to this mail ID showing you're concerned and protest. It takes just a few minutes and it's going to have real-world consequences. Do it now itself and encourage everyone to follow suit. This might be the last chance for you to speak up for the safety of your own home, for the safety and security of the upcoming generation, of our little brothers and sisters. It's not only going to affect you and I, but also millions of people that are going to come after you. So stop being silent, share this video as much as you can, raise your voice, join the campaign, send the mail and protect your home. Be the voice of millions of voiceless animals and birds. Be the voice of thousands of tribes who don't have access to this technology that you and I are privileged to have. Be the voice of the upcoming generation. Share this message. It only takes a few seconds. It's the least we can do for our future. Your decision is going to determine whether we are going to live in a hyper-polluted, intoxicated, poisoned world or not. It's now or never.